Okay. Everyone hear me okay? Just give a thumbs up. Thumbs up, okay, great. So let's start in Supta Baddha Konasana. Kick my slippers off. And bring the soles of your feet together. Arms any way you'd like them to be. And just close your eyes. And then take a full breath in. Fill up your belly. And then open your mouth. Hug the belly back. Let the spine be heavy. Find the bottom of the breath. And then twice more. Inhale through the nose. And then exhale out through the mouth. One more, deep inhale. Maybe linger at the top. And then exhale, release. And then seal your lips, draw the breath in and out. Find that even stream. And this morning we're going to work on a little more neck release, which is one of my favorite themes. Because we tend to hold a lot of tension in our necks. Especially when we kind of push and overdrive or gear up, or when life just becomes a little more intense. So as you lay here, I just want you to draw your mind's eye to your neck and just notice that area of the body and see if you can soften it and drop the shoulders. And then it might be more evident how you can really let your skull fall back and maybe soften to the jaw. It might not be evident right away. That's okay too. And we're going to work into some core work here so we can really pull into our belly as we start to move without clenching through the neck. So bring your knees together, hug your thighs to your chest, and then straighten the legs, heels over hips, and then take your hands behind your head. And then hug back through your belly, lift up through the chest. Keep the chest lifted, hold the breath out, lift the hips up. Less is more. And then hips down, take an inhale. Exhale out, soften the neck, hug the belly back, lift the hips up. Just hold the breath out. Again, soften the neck. Hips down, take a full breath in. Peel the belly back, hold the breath out, lift the hips up. Let your head just rest back in your hands. Hips down, inhale. This time squeeze your elbows together. Feel a little stretch between your shoulder blades. Lift the chest, elbows to the ceiling. Head rest back, hold the breath out. Lift the hips up. Reaching your elbows up. One more, hips down. Now exhale, lift the heart, hold the breath out. Lift the hips. Take an inhale, bring your knees down, your hips down, knees to chest. And then take the legs out to a V. Spread the toes. We'll do that same thing with the legs out in a V. So inhale, lift the chest, let your head drop back. And then exhale, hold the breath out, lift the hips. Again, notice any gripping in the neck, the jaw, the eyes, hips down, inhale. Navel to spine, lift the heart, hold the breath out, and lift the hips. And just 2 more, do your best. Take an inhale, hips down. Let your head rest back, hold the breath out, and lift the hips up. And last one, inhale, hips down. Lift the chest, lift the hips. Inhale, knees to chest. Nice and wake up for the core there. And then rock and roll along your spine. And then take it right to downward dog. We'll visit cow and cat a little later. I just want you to breathe into the back body. You can pedal up the legs. And then bring your knees down. Walk your hands forward and then bring your forearms down so they're parallel with one another. And then push them out away. Feel a little doming of the upper back as you draw your elbows toward your knees and hug your upper arms in. Feel your chest turn on. Keep that. Curl the toes under, lift the knees up, and then sit your weight back toward your heels. And then lift your hips up, drop your head between your arms. You can keep your knees bent here. I want you to tap into the side ribs turning on. And then utilize the core, the side ribs, as you allow your head to dangle and your neck to soften. So you're right into dolphin pose. You might close your eyes, come back to your Ujjayi breath. Really tap into that ability to lift the hips up, tipping the sitting bones up, rolling the inner thighs back. And then getting really strong in your elbows there, pushing them out of the way to open the outer angle of the armpit. You can stretch out your next breath in. Pause at the top. And then stay, breathe out slowly, linger on that breath out. And then go ahead, bring your knees down. Walk your elbows forward, bring your forehead down. Take your hands together, puppy pose, and just take your thumbs right to the base of the neck where it meets the skull. And then draw your chest forward and down as you pull your elbows towards your knees. You feel that stretch. Melt the sides of your heart towards the earth. And then inhale, come up through tabletop so you can briefly sit up and then come back to your back. So just flipping front and back. You're going to come back to the core. So take your legs out in a V. Take your hands behind your head. And then inhale. On your exhale, knees together, thighs together to chest. Lift your hips, lift your chest, and find this ball pose, elbows to knees. Curl in tight. And then inhale. Lay your chest back or your head back down, maybe just a hover, elbows wide. Exhale, knees in. And that's all it is. Inhale, lengthen. Open the legs. Exhale, curl in tight. Inhale, extend the legs out. And then exhale, curl. You want to keep it, just the breath moving. And the neck softening more than anything else. Finding that little lift of the hips there as you really curl in. You can tap into the low belly. About 20 more seconds. Finish up, last one, hug in, maybe hold. And then rock and roll along your spine. And come back to hands and knees. And then walk your hands forward a little, and then bring your forearms down, and then hover them. So you're coming to turbo dog. I want you to hug your elbows in and try to keep them hovering as low as possible. But then push your elbows, even though they're not on the mat, into the floor and feel your side ribs turn on. Plug your shoulder heads back, curl your back toes under, and then hover your knees. And then try to find your belly so you can soften your neck. And then just go ahead and look back towards your feet and then straighten your legs, but keep hovering your elbows. And you might keep a bend in the knees there, but imagine the blocks between your elbows. Keep squeezing that block and then soften the neck. And then notice that ability to do that just by tapping into the rib cage there, those muscles under the armpit. Keep hugging your elbows in. And letting your head dangle. You might be trembling. I am. Take one more full breath. It's a good tremble. And then straighten the arms, downward dog. All right. We'll move however you need to. And let this be a nice little rest after that. And then greet your morning with your breath. Or maybe it's the afternoon or evening. You're coming back to this recording. But being here now, that's the most important part. Being present. And then look to your hands and slowly step your feet to the top of the mat and find your first forward fold. And then soften the knees, roll up the stand, stretch your arms out. Thumbs to heart, samastitihi. Shoulders back. And then lengthen the tailbone down. And just feel that connection into the side ribs there. Feeling that broadening through the heart as you do that. And try to maintain that as you blink your eyes open. Stretch your arms up. Take an inhale. Hold forward, exhale. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Step back to high plank. And then push the mat away. Round your chest. And then scoot forward from your toes and lift the chin. Keep the plumb line long, the midline long as you lift your belly. Just bend your elbows. Little bounce so you're not too low. And then all the way down. Tops the feet down. Inhale, curl up. Just find a little baby cobra. Keep plugging your shoulder heads back. Shoot your elbows straight back. Lift your heart up. Exhale, lower down. And then take it back to child's pose. And you can set any mantra here, any intention, if you haven't already. And then when you're ready, come to tabletop there and feel free to find cow, find cat. And then downward facing dog. So we'll just move through Sunday here. From your down dog, look forward. Exhale, step or hop, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Rise to stand, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, stretch out the belly. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing, stretch the belly more. Down dog, exhale. Drop your head, take 3 full breaths. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Look forward, inhale. Feet to hands, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Rise to stand. Inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, shoulders back. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale, linger at the top. Down dog, exhale. Full breath up. Inhale, look forward. Hug your upper arms in, feet to hands. Exhale. Inhale, stretch out the belly. Exhale, fold. Drop the head. Rise to stand, inhale, one more Sunday. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Inhale, look to hands, bend the knees. Feet to hands, exhale. Inhale, extend the heart. Exhale, fold. Come right to chair, Utkatasana, bend the knees, drop the seat. Sit even lower. Take another breath in, more weight in the heels. And then fold forward, exhale. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Chaturanga. Exhale. Take it through up dog, breath in. Down dog, breath out. Inhale, just stretch your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, step between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. And then knit your front ribs back. Take another inhale, soften the neck. And then from your belly, get your hands down. Step your right foot halfway back, lift your left leg up. High on the ball, your right foot, push the mat away, hug your upper arms in. You can just hop back to Chaturanga, maybe step back, or see if you can hop up, kick your butt. You might land light 2 to 3 times. And then pull from your belly, lengthen the heart and gaze, Chaturanga. Right through upward facing. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Notice your neck. Inhale, stretch your left leg up. Step it between, exhale. Drop your hips low, keep that, rise up. Stay in the exhale. Take another breath in. Exhale, translate that shape to the mat. So belly and thigh, right leg up. Lean the weight into your wrist, hug your upper arms in. Keep your belly on your thigh, hop up, kick your butt. You might do 1 or 2, you might just step back, flow it through. Right leg straight and strong. Take it through your flow. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Take a full breath there. Notice if you tend to gear up. We tend to do that when our hands come to the mat. We get ready for handstand. Pull in from the belly, lift up from the pelvis. Stretch your right leg up. And then you might take a few hops off your left foot. We're gonna hop and switch or just step right foot, the hands. And we'll come back to crescent lunge. So if you can, switch your legs in air. Inhale, crescent lunge. And then same exit. Vinyasa. You might step halfway back there. Kick your butt once. Chaturanga. And notice when you lose your belly, you tend to do that donkey kick. That's okay, just notice left leg up. Take a few hops if you want off your right foot. And then switch your legs or just step heel to thumb. Crescent lunge. Breath in. And exhale, Vinyasa. Keep your legs engaged. Feet engaged. Downward facing dog. Look to your hands there. Inhale. Feet to hands, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Bring your thumbs to your heart and twist to your right. Paris twist. And then standing on the right leg, inhale, crane. Exhale, prayer twist. Moving with the breath. Inhale, left knee to chest. Exhale, meet the feet, drop the seat, twist. One more. Inhale, crane. Exhale, twist. Now inhale, crane. Exhale, warrior three. Arms stay forward or thumbs to heart or arms back. Keep the angle of the torso. Just step back, curl the left toes under, and then lift your chin a little. Lift your triceps up a lot. Inhale from the back of the heart, crescent lunge. And then exhale, get your hands down, stretch your right leg up and back. And then lean your shoulders toward your wrist. We're gonna hop and switch for 10, 9, 8. So it's not handstand. 6, 5, just landing light. 4, 3, 2, left foot down, inhale. And then hop and switch or just step. This time come to warrior one. Take a breath there, pause. And then exhale, Vinyasa. You can step back. Take that handstand, little prep hop. Downward facing dog. Look forward, inhale, second side. Feet to hands, exhale. Take an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Thumbs to heart, twist to your left. On your inhale, stand on your left leg, right knee to chest. And then twist to your left, meet the feet. Exhale. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, prayer twist left. Hug your outer hips in, lengthen top on the heel. Exhale, drop the seat. Crane pose, inhale. Hug the midline, warrior three. So roll your right inner thigh up. Get long through the sides of the heart. And then without losing your neck length, hug your upper arms down as they lift up towards your hips. Keep this angle in the torso, just step back to arrow lunge. And then work your left hip back, take an inhale. Stay on the exhale, get longer. Use your inhale to lift from the back of the heart. Crescent lunge, and then exhale, down dog split. And then look forward, hop and switch for 10, 9, 8, a little faster, 6, 5, 4, just lightly landing, 3, 2, and land on the right leg. Hop and switch your step. This time, Virabhadrasana A. Take an inhale. And exhale, take your flow. Child's pose, knees down. Little rest. Again, just close your eyes. Notice where your neck went. And this is what tends to happen when we go into overdrive and push past what is needed in the moment. And until you can truly bring your awareness to that part of the body and start to recruit other areas, kind of just accruing more and more stress and tension in those muscles. Notice your potential when you can rest in your deeper strength rather than trying to mask or disconnect from yourself. Downward facing dog. And coming back to the core, take an inhale, ripple forward to plank. Lift your right leg up, bring your knee to your chest, and then extend it over for fallen triangle. You can keep the blade edge of your foot down or lift it up, working more from the inner thigh. Tap the foot forward, lift the leg up. Tap it forward, lift it up. Tap it forward, lift it up. One more, lift it up, knee to chest. Bring your left hand down, side plank on your left hand. And then step your right foot behind, wild thing. And then back to side plank. Hug your left shoulder in the socket. Look to your left thumb, draw your right knee to your chest. You might grab the shin or keep your right arm extended up to the sky. Step your right heel to left thumb. Come right to reverse warrior. Then here's the neck release. I'm going to have you take your right arm behind your back. And I like to interlace my hands and like a chicken wing there. Squeeze my elbows together. But ultimately, I want you to keep everything oriented to the side of the mat and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. So you feel that stretch through the right side of the neck. Move your talon toward your right heel. Hug your right shoulder, head away from your jaw. And stretch your right knee away from you as you tip off to the left. Take one more full breath there. And then release that, kind of warrior two. And then right elbow to thigh, stretch your left arm overhead. Hug your right hip underneath you, and then take your left arm around for a half bind. And then from here, I want you to you can keep your elbow to your knee or right elbow inside the knee. And then hug your right hip underneath you, glide your left shoulder blade to the spine, and then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. So if you want, you can set your hand down, but it's nice to kind of find an unsupported scenario. But then actively also hug your right shoulder in the socket as you lift up through your right side body. And then letting your right ear just drop to the shoulder so you can stretch to the left side of the neck. And for me, I think it helps to close your eyes. And then notice that three-dimensional expansion as you inhale. And then exhale, pull in from the belly. Drop in a little more deeply. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Just release your body and you can straighten that right leg if you need to. And then bring both arms overhead. We're going to come halfway forward. We bend your right knee. Hug your right hip in. Keep everything open side of mat. Hovering half moon. So you're going to come to your left big toe. Open your chest to the left. And then tip in. And if you need to, thumbs above shoulders or hands to heart. Really turning on the left side body. Trying to spin right ribs to left ribs. Turn your left big toe down a little. And then tip in a little more from that. Take one more full breath in. And then come to stand on the right leg, find crane. To eagle, left leg over, left arm under. Squeeze the thighs, drop the seat, lift the elbows. Feel that stretch between the shoulder blades. Not staying too long, just another inhale. Keep the arms, warrior three. To revolve half moon, left hand down. Hug your right hip back, and then stretch your arms up. You might keep a little bend in that right knee. Look at as long as you can from crown of head to left heel. And again, check in with the neck. Of course, you have to hold your head up. We'll try to soften any extra tension. Take another full breath there. And then bring your hands down, pull your left knee to your chest and fold. Just breathe into the back of the right leg. We're going to do a little interval here. All right, high in the ball of your right foot. I'm excited. Hop your right foot back and forward. Back and forward. Keep your left knee in your chest, your left thigh in your chest the whole time. Keep the elbows from bending. Just hop. Doesn't have to be far, but very light. If you really want to challenge yourself, take a block between these 2 points. Try not to touch the block. One more, down dog splits. Free up your left leg. And we'll do that same thing with your left leg straight, 10 of them. Hop forward and back, that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down dog splits, left leg up. Step your left foot between your hands. Right leg behind for your curtsy lunge. You're stretching the outer right hip. Right hand in front, your left foot. Twist, left arm up. Imagine a rod running from crown of head, from between your sitting bones that you're cinching upon. Keep working your left hip back. Right shoulder head back. And extend the side ribs out. Push through the left heel, look down, take an inhale. Come right to half moon on the left leg, exhale. Now from your left hip in, left hand down. Plug your left shoulder in the socket and lean the back of the heart, if there were a wall behind you, into that wall. Stay here, Chapasana. Bend your right knee, grab the ankle, shin back, chest forward. Again, nice opening to the right side, front of the hip. Keep lifting through the left side body, firming through the left hip. Squeeze the shoulder blades together on your back body. Take one more full breath in. And then exhale, release. Bend your left knee. And then come right to warrior two. Turn your feet parallel. And then stretch your arms up. And then side bend to your right. Interlace all but your index finger if you want. Inhale up, side bend to your left. Squeeze your biceps to your ears. Inhale up, heels and toes out. Press your hands behind your back. And then shimmy your shoulder blades together. Really work your knuckles back. Puff up your chest, but then knit your front ribs together. Drop your hips. Work your thighs back, heels down, and then tip forward from the pelvis as you stretch your heart forward and separate your thighs apart. Gaze can be down. Feel the back of the neck long. And again, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a little more cow pose in your spine as you lift your belly and work your pubic bone and groin back. Sit a little lower. A little lower. Deep inhale. Stay on the exhale. Now keep your class. Just look up. Turn your feet parallel and then exhale, fold. And just let your head go. And come back to your neck. Let your head dangle like a weight. And let it be the traction to gently tug on the whole spine to create space between the vertebrae and the discs. Let it be a tonic for the nervous system. Let it be a rinse for the brain. Take one more full breath in. And then get your hands down there. Inhale and lengthen. And then pivot around to frame your left foot. We're coming to Hanumanasana. So right knee down. Straighten that left leg. Go a little deeper if you can, or use the block under your left thigh. Maybe also your right thigh. If you want, extend the arms up. And then exhale. And this isn't meant to be like the peak pose. So just find your edge. If it were a hamstring class, I would really be layering on the cues, but it's just to work a little more space, a little more length in the back body. Neutralize the pelvis. Breathe into the low back. And then come to runner's lunge there. We're going to take it to dolphin split. So stretch your left leg up, look forward, bring your elbows down. And you might just stay there with the right foot down. Let your head dangle as you lift your side ribs up. You might look down and get your shoulders over your wrists. And then come into pincha. Let's see if you can let your head drop and look back without bringing the crown of your head down. Again, not staying too long there. Just letting the circulation to switch. And then right foot down, left foot down, chaturanga. Take it through your flow. And just take 2 full breaths or child's pose. Second side. Lift your left leg up. And then pull your left knee to your chest without rounding your spine. Come to the instep of your right foot, left leg over, falling triangle. And then you might stay, you might lift from the left inner thigh, tap the foot forward and down, lift it up. That's 3, 2, 1. And then knee to chest, right hand down, side plank, plug your right shoulder in the socket, stretch your left arm up or over, stay or bend the left knee, step behind, wild thing. Back to Vashisthasana, shoulder over wrist, and then left knee to chest. See how slowly you can transition left heel to right thumb. And then here's the shoulder release, reverse warrior. Maybe it's just that left arm behind the back to the right hip, or clasp your hands, squeeze your shoulders, your elbows, towards one another. And then drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And trying to keep your rib cage oriented to the side of the mat so you're not rotating to the top of the mat. Tip your tailbone toward your left heel. That's going to keep your right hip from hiking. And then tip off to your right. Just drop your ear to your shoulder. There's the neck release. And it takes a lot of balance and coordination just to target these areas of the body in our practice. Takes a lot of focus and discipline just to keep the breath moving fully as you do that. Kind of like an inversion. Take one more full breath in. And then exhale to B, warrior 2. Bring your left elbow to your thigh, stretch your right arm up, and just find the half bind. And then keep your elbow to your thigh or elbow inside the knee. But plug your left shoulder in the socket as you lift through the left side body. Glide your right shoulder by the spine and then drop your left ear to your left shoulder there. And keep firming your left hip underneath you as you push to the right heel. And that's going to drop your right hip down. I like dipping my hand, maybe left hand to heart, and just notice the heart beating, a little pickup there, just from those big muscle groups really working hard for you. You don't always have to be hopping around to work really deeply. So a little lower, take another breath. And then release, reverse warrior. If you need to, straighten out that left leg. And then both arms overhead. And then rebend that left knee, come halfway forward. And then hovering half moon, so keep everything oriented side of mat. Just tip in, it might be a little, it might be here. But notice I'm not turning it into warrior 3. So until you can get those right side lateral stabilizers working, find what is your edge for you today. If you fall out, just come back in. You might bring thumbs above shoulders, but try to look back at your right foot without turning your left foot in. Hug your left hip in, roll your chest open. Ardhasana, right knee to chest, right leg over, right arm under. Just go for the shoulder stretch, lift the elbows. And then keep the arms, warrior 3. Soften the left knee, inhale. Revolve half moon, right hand under shoulder. Exhale. Find the midline and then twist. Spin your navel to the right to lengthen and support your low back. Spin your left hip in and stretch your left side body away from that hip. Lift your right side body up. Or your right inner thigh up. Take another breath. And then exhale, right knee to chest. And just find a standing split like this. And then commit to that right thigh to your chest, like you have your hand on your shin and it's glued there as you get your hands down. And then just like a spring, hop your left foot back and forward. Keeping your shoulders pretty much over your wrists the whole time. And imagine there's a block from point A to B that you're having to hop up and over without hitting. So it's about getting your butt up. Down dog splits, right leg up. 10 of these, look forward. Hop the foot forward and back. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down dog splits. Right knee to chest. Left leg behind for your curtsy. And then left hand in front of toes, right hip back. Stretch your right arm up. Pull your left shoulder in the socket. Squeeze the thighs. Curl the belly back. Deep inhale. Take your gaze to your right foot. Bring your right hand in front of that foot for half moon. Now open up to the left side of the mat. Stay at Trikonasana, left knee to chest. Grab the ankle. And then gently release. Bend the right knee, look down. And then just tip back here for a horse pose. Heels in, toes out. And then reverse prayer for this one. So getting a little more chest opening, shoulders back, tailbone down. Lift the side ribs up. And then from your pelvis tipping, lengthen the spine and just come about a third to a halfway forward. Really working your inner groin back, thighs back, knees apart. And then melt the side to your heart like puppy. Soften your neck. Lift your heart into your pinkies, press your palms together. Inhale, look forward. Keep that, turn your feet parallel. And then exhale, hinge from the pelvis to unravel the spine. And let your head go again. Free up that gateway between the mind and the body. Soften the neck. And instead of constantly living in our brain, in our mind, constantly analyzing or judging, try to be present in the experience of what you feel, whether that's something you like or dislike. Go more full breaths. And then just get your hands to the floor. Inhale, flat back, pivot around. And then finding Hanuman. Half or full splits. Let's take another 2 conscious and full breaths. And then walk your hands up if you're into full splits. We bend the right knee, runner's lunge, and then right back to dolphin splits. So it's right leg up, elbows down. Stay there, let your head just go. Push the mat away. Roll your inner biceps to your thumbs. Lift your side ribs up. Or if you can or want, take it to pincha. Try to drop your gaze. So again, the sides of the neck are long, and you're just letting your brain drop. And take it through your flow, feet down, chaturanga. All right, bring your knees down, knees, chest, chin, all the way to your belly. And extend your right arm out or in a cactus shape. Step your left leg behind it. So you're going for the chest opener here, which really plays a big role also in the neck. So you might lay your head on a block or a pillow. You can even lift your head up if it's down and just notice any different sensations to the front of the shoulder, feel the front of the chest. Take one more full breath there. We're just going to take it to the second side. So left arm out, straight or bent elbow. I think it's good to kind of always switch, never do one over the other. So you can tap into different release, different muscles. And then come to your belly. So we're gonna do 2 sets of floor bow. First one, just by grabbing the ankles. Second one, if you want, with the overhead arms, and you'll use your strap. So it's kind of like dolphin here with the arms overhead. But if you're going for that, you might just look at me for a moment. So you know that the biceps are in line with the ears. Your elbows aren't winging out. Keep them hugging in close. All right, so first set. And if you can't get your ankles, that's okay. You can just find a locust or shalabhasana, maybe bound variation, or even sphinx like this. So here we go. Floor bow, grab your ankles, and then forehead down. Lift your shoulder heads up. Try to lift your low belly as your thighs and pubic bone press down. Then lift your head and chest, push your shins back. Keep that, then lift your feet or heels up, shins back. Really engaging the back body. And then using the core, the abduction of the thighs to lift the rib cage up. Deep inhale, exhale, release. Maybe forehead down or one cheek. Allow your heels to draw out, toes in. You might want to vibrate the shins. Using that invigoration to the whole channel of the spine. So second set, same thing, or you'll grab your strap and make sure your grip is a little wider than shoulder width, and just work your arms back, and then bend your knees and get your strap across the feet. And then hug your elbows down, make sure your grip is wide enough, down to your sides, and then forward and up. And then I like to let my head go and really work the elbows towards one another. And then push down through your thighs, push up through your forearms, and then curl up to your side ribs as you lift your thighs up. And then you might take the grip a little shorter, the grip on the strap, and then reset and come back in. Remember, hug your elbows in if you're doing this. Work the shins back. And then keep your elbows hugged in, and then circle the wrist back, release the strap. And opposite cheek down. Child's pose, sit back. And from opening the front body to working the front body, grab your block. So it can be foam or cork. If you don't have your block, you can still do this. All right, so take the block on the highest level to your left thigh, and then take your right elbow to the block. So it holds in place, right hand behind your head and left hand behind your head. Straighten your right leg there. Try to lift your left shoulder blade off the mat, and then just keep that. You're gonna lower the right leg down, and then lift it up. 7 more, lower, lift, lower, lift. Last 5, last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. And then just switch. So block to right thigh, left elbow to block, hands behind the head, left leg up, lower down. Try to lift your right shoulder blade up, lift up. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna keep going, both knees to chest, medium height, elbow to block, hands behind the head. Right leg extends, lift it up for 8. And again, notice the neck. It's gonna tense up to some degree, but keep firming the belly back. Last 2, 1, both knees in, just switch. Left elbow block, right leg hovers. So it's 8 total, on at 6. Both knees in, last one. Good thing there's only 3 levels. Lowest level, right elbow block, hands behind head, same, right leg long, and then lift up for 8. Lower it down, both knees in, and last 1 for 8. You thought it was over, both knees in, elbows to block, keep it on the lowest level, lift your chest, and just hold the block. 8. Now lift your chin. 5. Soften the neck. 4. Lift the heart up. 3. Belly back. 2. And 1. All right. Rock up to Malasana. I'm just gonna a little more of the breath into the low back here. If you want, you can fold in. And then crow pose, step the feet together. Use all that core strength. Heels up high, elbows in, dome, protract the upper back. Try to straighten the arms. Soften the neck, but melt the heart. 5. Just hold your crow. 4, 3, 2. Shoot it back, step it back. Downward dog. All right, last flow. Stretch your right leg up. You guys still with me, I hope. Step it between. All right, so we're just gonna find a bound warrior here. So set up heel to arch, sneak your right shoulder under your knee, grab your ankle, or bind behind the back. So grab right wrist with left hand. But hug your right hip underneath you, and then again, let your head go. So it's that ability to soften the neck, but think up dog in the chest. If your shoulder heads, plug them in their sockets. And then keep that support of everything really from the core of your body. And again, letting just your brain drop into the skull. Even though there's that intensity where you might start to quiver, you're able to feel calm and supported. Just look down, gently release. Come into easy twist. And then you might hover that hand there without rounding your spine, so lengthen. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, go for your side angle, half or full bind. Hug your right hip underneath you, just like we did in that bound warrior 1. Push your left foot. Lean the chest back. Maybe right ear to shoulder if you want a little more neck release. Maybe start to straighten the right leg as you lift the right toes up. And again, notice that left shoulder. It wants to just kind of roll towards the heart. Roll it back behind you. And then listen carefully. Rebend your knee if the leg is straight. Take it to side plank. Plant the left hand. And then step behind for wild thing. And now look towards your left thumb. We're gonna lower the hips here. Drop them down. And then inhale, lift up. And then exhale, bring your heel down if it's lifted. Bottom down. One more. Inhale, lift up. And then as you bring your bottom down, bend your left knee as well. Pivot around 45 degrees and stand on your right leg. And then dancer's pose. Left hand to ankle, or you might find a double dancer. If you want, you can use the strap here. I'm gonna keep going however, so you get that overhead dancer. But find your midline there, tailbone down, inhale. And then tip forward as you push your shin back. Exhale. Take one more full breath in. And from your belly, gently release the chair. Thumbs to heart, twist to your right. So we have one more posture. It's an arm balance. And lift your heels. I have to catch my breath here. So we're going to go to fallen angel. Fallen angel. So get your hands down. Your left upper arm's connected to your right thigh. So it's kind of like side crow, but my teacher calls it side crow roadkill. So you're gonna lay, it comes back to the neck release where you lay your head on the mat. So just watch if you're unsure. Shins to the left, lay the right side of your face down. But then you have to lift your right hip a lot, straighten your left leg up, draw your right foot toward your left knee. And then see if you can reverse that. Come back to your side crow. And then maybe left leg back. Take it to your foot. Not an easy one. You may have just done side crow. Rock that out like the rock star you are. Downward dog. All right, last little push. Come back to your breath. Step your left leg up and set up like warrior one. Heel to heel alignment. And then get your left shoulder behind the calf. Hug your left hip in. And just grab your ankle with both hands. Or find a full line. And then put more weight in your right foot. And that should enable you to swing your left hip in. One more full breath. And then exhale, look down, come into easy twist, and you might start to hover the right hand as you pull your left hip back. Take an inhale, reverse. And then side angle, just come right into it, whether it's your half bound, side angle, full bound, side angle. Again, from that left hip underneath you, lift through the left side body, roll your right shoulder back. Then you might drop ear to shoulder, left ear to shoulder. You might look towards the left foot, lift all 5 of the left toes and straighten the leg. So there's your hamstring work from Hanuman. There are a lot of fun places you could take this. You could take it to Vinyasa, bound half moon, birds of paradise. Sometimes just holding a posture, though, I think is the most beneficial. So instead of thinking, how do I get out of here? How do I do more? Or judging. And pull into yourself, into your sensations, your breath. How do you mold this to your body, this shape? And then gently release. Take it to side plank. To wild thing, left leg behind. And then drop your bottom down there. Inhale, lift up. Drop your bottom down. Inhale, lift up. Drop your bottom down. Inhale, lift up. And then drop your bottom down. And then bend your right knee. You're going to stand on the left leg, but you have to pivot around to your left, right knee to chest. And then dancer's pose. Reach back for the ankle, double grip, single grip. Find your midline, squeeze the thighs, knit your front ribs, and then tip in. Lift through the right shin, squeeze the shoulder blades together, stretch your heart forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Right to chair. And then thumbs to heart. And twist to your left. And then lift the heels and just sit on them. So I'm just going to spin around here so you see. So the upper right arm's to the left thigh. If you open your arms like they're like this, here's your side curl. You just take it to the mat. So you're not getting that left hip involved. If you do make that point of contact, it's going to have to lift up. Right? So here we go. I'm going to take it. You guys can see me. Side curl, chest forward, swing your shins to the right. And then lay gently your face down. You get a little stretch to the left side of the neck. But then you have to lift your butt up a lot. And then right leg vertical, left heel to right knee or toes. And then bring your knees back together. Push your hands, find your belly to lift the chest back up. And then split the top leg back. Uddiyana Bandha to Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Bring your knees down, towel off, get some water. It's all downhill from here. All right. So let's take it to Gomukhasana. Right knee on top of left. If you need to, you can bring just right shin in front. And then sit up nice and tall. Lift your low back away from the floor. Grab onto your ankles there, and your right sitting bone might lift a little. Feel as long through the spine as you can. And then we're gonna do a little more neck release here. So stretch your right arm up, and then walk your left hand off to the left. And then tip off to your left. And then reach your right arm overhead, and I want you to just drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And then maybe just close your eyes as you reach the right fingertips. Actively hug your left shoulder in the socket as well. And just let that right sitting bone become more and more of a weight. So there's a softening that can grow up through the sides of the body into that right side neck. And just keep that. We're going to stretch our right arm out from that right shoulder. Keep the left ear to left shoulder. And feel that little tug. The right side of the neck there. You drop your ear towards the shoulder. And then keep that. Just lift up enough and bring your left hand to the side of the head, and then lift your head up. And then fold forward. Right over the thighs. You might lift your hips a little, work them back, and stretch forward through the spine. One more full breath. And then look up and just sit up and use your core just to switch the left knee on top. Wrap around the ankles and then lift up through the sides of the body, low back. And then just stretch your left arm up there. Lean off to your right a little, but actively hug your shoulder in the socket. So you might bend the elbow and just float the forearm. And then tip off to your right as you drop your ear to your shoulder. And really let your head go. I'm always amazed by how much I still see for my students in class. Really this disconnection from the habit patterns of our day. Holding that tension in the neck and this inability to really just let those muscles go. That's the beauty of this practice. We can investigate and notice and rewire the body, the nervous system, our response. Keep that, just stretch your left arm out and reach to the fingertips with the palm down. And then drop your ear more towards that shoulder. Take another full breath. And then keep the ear to the shoulder. Just lift your palm to your temple. And then guide your head back to neutral. And then walk it out, fold forward. And then walk the hands in, sit up and just lie down on your back. And so we'll do 2 sets, bridge or wheel. Set up, feet hip width apart, arms alongside you. And then peel the hips up. Passing the hands if you're going to supported bridge. Push down through the heels, hug back to the belly. Lower down when you're ready. And then second set. Bridge or wheel. Take your time coming out. When you're ready, lower down. You might take it to Supta Baddha Konasana. And then draw your knees in. We're going to go through a series of movements here, so just follow me. Try to come out of autopilot. That tends to happen. Shoulder stands. So peel the spine up. Bring your hands to the mid-back. And then push down through the back of the skull. So what we're going to do is flush through the neck. We're going to work into shoulder stand, and then from the belly, come up to Navasana. We'll do that like 3 times. So pumping the blood in and out the neck, the thyroid. Lift up here, hug back to the belly, lift up to the feet. And extend the arms like railroad tracks, and then roll to the mid-back, the low back, and up Navasana. So we're gonna snap the diaphragm in and out, Kapata Bali breath. Take an inhale, in and out through the nose. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. And exhale, shoulder stand. We'll use the belly. Arms down, thumbs in. Roll down without momentum. Do your best, Navasana. Take an inhale, lift your low back. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full breath in. Take it back, shoulder stand. And then from there, take it to plow. You can clasp your hands behind you if you want, but lift your chin, hug your upper arms in. Make sure there's not extra compression on the cervical spine. Lift your sitting bones up, hug the belly back. And then palms down, you're gonna roll to the mid-back. And we're coming right to fish, Matsyasana. As soon as the heels hit, walk or scoot your elbows in, lift your chest up and come to the crown of your head. You're very light on it. Push down through your forearms. Lift up to the low back. Lift up through the chest. Just open through the throat. Let the blood rush back. And then head down. Last 2. Take it back to plow or shoulder stand. And if you want, Karnapidasana, so ear pressing pose. Bend the knees around the ears. If you're in Karnapidasana, take it back to plow. Lay your hands down, lower down, mid-back, low back. And then slowly lower the legs. And then fish pose. And if you want to take it to flying fish, lift the legs, lift the arms. Anchor through the sitting bones, curl up to the heart. Let the blood rush back. And then release out there when you're ready. And then just set your knees down there. Take it to supine figure 4, right angle to knee. Interlace your hands around that left shin. Drop the right sitting bone. And then set the feet down, second side. Left ankle above right knee. Supine figure 4. And then happy baby. And then release completely into your Shavasana. If you're comfortable here, please stay. If you're wanting to end with me seated, just rock up, find a comfortable seat. Whether you're still in Shavasana or seated, just close your eyes and notice the state of the body, the state of the mind. And the next roll, really opening that gateway between. Finding greater connection. And see if within that space you created in the neck, you can just allow your body to sit in the experience. Bringing your hands to your heart. Namaste.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank you. How do you feel?
Great. My neck feels really good.
Good.
That felt good.
Yay.
Awesome.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys.